All right, and y'all are good to go.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
Well, hey everyone. We are so excited to see you all today, to be here with you all. I'm gonna let my beautiful pink-haired friend introduce herself first.
Hi, everyone. I am Jill Cundari. I'm Director of Sales with Danger Jones for the East Coast. To Lowe's point, we're super excited to be here today and kind of go through some new launches, but then revisit some things that are doing amazing in the field as well. So I'll pass it back to Lo really quick just to let you know who and where she covers in the country so you know where to reach her.
Yes. My name is Lo Carter. I am the other director of sales for Danger Jones. I cover the Midwest and West Coast. And just whatever you need, we're always here. I am out of the Chicago area. Jill's out of Philly. But we can virtually be anywhere that you need us to, which is great.
Exactly. So today on the agenda, as you can see, we have a really awesome, amazing opening video that we'll share with you, which is both our co-founders, David and Alexis Thurston, followed by what we've learned so far on the launch of our Demi Gloss Toners, Blonding, which is a revisit, so Blonding by Danger Jones. We'll also touch on education and events that we have taking place within the next few months. An exciting April launch, which is right around the corner. And then we'll close it out today with additional resources and support with your Danger Jones team.
Yeah, we're excited. All right, here's the video.
Hello, my name is David Thurston, and I'm the founder and CEO of Danger Jones. A lot of people thought that when Danger Jones came out, it would be just another vivid, semi-permanent color line, and it would compete with all the vivid color lines out there. But nothing could be further from the truth. We've always set our sights much higher. What do I mean by that? Gloss toners. If you've been paying attention to our videos, you've noticed that each time we've shown a model on social media, we've put her in a blazer to make it so much easier for us to transition from being a vivid color line to a gloss toning line. Our industry is very fragmented. You have the lightning and toning community of stylists, and you've got the vivid community of stylists. And we've watched over and over again as the billion-dollar corporations have tried to go from the lightning and toning community to the vivid community, and they've failed. What we haven't seen is a company successfully go from the vivid community to the toning and lightning community, and Danger Jones will be the first to do that. It'll be the first lightning and toning line ever to have an edge to it, to be cool. So what makes our toners different than all the others out there? Wouldn't it be great if you could just snap your fingers and the creator of a product line could tell you exactly what makes it different? Let's give it a try.
Hey everyone, I'm Alexis Thurston, co-founder of Danger Jones and the person who created these, our gloss toners. Today I'm going to tell you 4 things that make our gloss toners different from other liquid toners. Number 1 is consistency. As a stylist for over 30 years, I've used every liquid gloss toner out there. And I can tell you the problem with most of them is they're too runny. Artists have no control, especially when you're blending 2 colors together with the shadow root. It goes all over the place into areas you don't want it to. With our gloss toners, we've created a unique creamy consistency, giving artists total control. It goes exactly where you want it, and it blends seamlessly. The second thing you should know about our gloss toners is that every single color has a bonder in them. The bonder protects and strengthens the hair and reduces hair breakage. Another important thing about our gloss toners is that they are non-drying. Every other gloss toner out there leaves the hair feeling dry and brittle. With our gloss toners, it leaves the hair feeling smooth, with a lot of shine, and in peak condition. The final thing I want to share with you is about pigment. In our own salon, stylists complain about other liquid toners being too translucent and not having enough pigment. So the way they combat this is by either applying twice or formulating with a deeper color to get the coverage results they want. With our gloss toners, we made them with intense pigment. so you can say goodbye to the days of having to apply twice. So let's recap all 4 things that make our gloss toners different. Number 1, consistency, makes it easier to control. Number 2, bonder, it helps to protect and strengthen the hair. 3, it's non-drying, it doesn't leave your hair dry and brittle. And number 4, intense pigment. You get total coverage without sacrificing shine. Now back to you, David.
So we have a unique launch strategy. We've formulated 56 colors. We're launching 20 colors right now and 36 more in September. We're doing this for you to make it easier for you to convert salons over to Danger Jones gloss toners. And one last thing I want to say. Did you know that the toning category is the category where your competitors succeed the most? What does this mean for you? It means there's no better avenue for you to increase your take-home pay than through supporting and growing Danger Jones gloss toners. And we've set you up for success with a superior product. Now it's up to you. Are you going to do it? We appreciate all the support you've given us, and we look forward to transforming and disrupting this industry together. We believe there's a better way.
Every time I watch that video, I'm like, oh, that's a good call out.
Yeah, for sure. So moving on, this is the buzz that we're getting about our gloss toners. So this is just a little bit of what people are saying through social media, specifically through our Instagram, what you're seeing. So call outs that you've seen in the video are now translating to what people are truly saying after they use the product. So, you know, leaves the hair so soft. Someone just tried it for the first time, and then the fact that the 1032 canceled out exactly how much warmth I needed canceled, it read my mind. I was shooketh. So the feedback that we're getting are really amazing things. We're starting to see a lot more of our formulations on Instagram as well. So we love when artists are sharing that. So we encourage when you speak to artists about the brand to absolutely tag us. But I think we'll see more and more formulations coming, which is really exciting too. So look for them in the comments as well.
Absolutely.
Lo, did you want to add anything to what you're seeing as far as
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what we've heard. I know if I can speak for Jill and myself in the field too, is especially for you guys that are getting Redken users coming into Cosmoprof, is that they're blown away at the difference between Redken shades and the Danger Jones. And it kind of actually segues into our next part because the key differences when we first launched this, we only called out 3. We didn't call out that 4th one, which was the pigment that Alexis calls out. And through all of the comments, through all the things that we're seeing on social, the call out has always been about the pigment, how the health of the hair feels, the consistency of it. And so really driving home those points, because from an artist perspective, we've talked about it, but it wasn't like something that we shouted from the mountaintops. We wanted to let people experience it on their own. So definitely have 4 key call outs now, which I'm really excited about because the pigment is so intense and it definitely is going to cancel out anything and everything that you don't want. Jill and myself have both gotten to play with the toners. And honestly, I can speak for both of us again, like totally blown away, which has been really cool.
Yeah.
So.
In the video, David mentioned that we have what we're calling the essentials. So the essentials are these 20 shades right here. This was part of the 2-part launch that we'll have. The first being what took place in February, and then those additional 36 shades will hit in September. So with these 20 shades, you'll see that there's an array of colors. So you have your violets, your ashes, your naturals, your gold violets, browns, your coppers. So really exciting. It gives you almost every tool that you need to customize and create the tone that you're looking for. And we're only going to add to that. This is a great sheet to have. Of course, at the top, it calls out things that we stand proudly behind, being a vegan formula, no animal testing, and that this is an acidic-based toning line. And then at the bottom, again, it gives out those 4 key call outs on what differentiates us, and then gives you that real big call out of a 1-to-1 mixing ratio. And I think the best tool and my favorite thing, which is why I save it for the last, is where do these shades and tones live on the color wheel? So it's truly going to help that new user really go ahead and formulate whether they're enhancing a tone or they need to use it as a cancellation. They can really use this wheel to see where Danger Jones lives to customize and create what they need in that service.
Yeah, it's been one of my favorite things that we put out into the world. The color wheels for both our semis and for our demis has been amazing. Processing time on this is something that I also want to call out too, is that you can process for up to 35 minutes. Where we're seeing most feedback for toning time is anywhere between 3 to 15 minutes, depending on the porosity and the hair and the overall tone that you're wanting to achieve. It also does do gray blending, so popping it under a dryer to really open up that cuticle and letting it process for the full 35 is where you're going to see that kind of gray coverage come in, or gray blending, whatever you're kind of looking for, or whatever the artist is looking for. So you have a huge range, even with the first 20 shades, which is pretty great. So let's talk about what makes up our bond builder, because that was a call out that we also had too, is that the bond builder is built into every single shade, not just those higher levels of lift, like in your 10s, your 9s, and your 8s. It's going to go all the way down into our level 1, which is launching in September, which I'm really excited about. But what makes up the bond builder is chia oil. So this is going to help with smoothness and shine. It's what gives that, like, just, I want to say out of this world, but that sounds so cheesy, shine after your service. And then apple cider vinegar, which is going to help regenerate the hair's natural ability to build shine. So that's not going to make the hair oily. It's just going to help keep that shine longer. So the longevity of the shine throughout the service and throughout the grow out period. And then vegan keratin, which is going to help strengthen, it's going to help prevent future breakage, it's going to just overall help mend the hair. And it doesn't build up, which is great. So a lot of really goodness in there. Apple cider vinegar has been used for decades in the health and wellness space. And just to mention really quickly, you guys have final weeks of the spiff coming through. So definitely keep going. We're seeing you guys. So keep it going there. But I'm going to kick it back over to Jill with our blonding.
Yeah, so we just want to revisit our powder lightener. So this is blonding with Danger Jones. So with our lightener, it is cool toned, as you can see in the picture. So it has that really pretty violet. So it'll help to cancel out any unwanted yellow gold tones while it's processing. 9+ levels of lift with our lightener. So you will achieve that lightning process and be able to shift through those levels and lift through those levels. But of course, always on our mind, the integrity of that hair. So this product has also been infused with a bonding complex to help to protect the hair, along with us being the first to add specialized seaweed into the product. We'll talk on the next slide on what that specialized seaweed does and why we decided to add it to our product, which is really cool in general. So if you want to go to the next slide, here are your 3 built-in reasons on what makes up the bonding complex now in the lightener, which are different than the bonding complex that we have in the gloss toner. So you have your arginine, which is going to help to protect the hair from excessive damage caused by bleaching services. Then you have what we call our Polycare split, and this actually helps to repair the split ends of the hair to give them a healthier overall appearance. So we know for clients that do have porous hair, or your platinum blondes, or even your Vivid users that tend to get blonding services back to back and over again, that is something that is compromised sometimes, is those ends, and this will help with that. And then lastly, we have our specialized seaweed. So we are the first to do this. It's not used in any other bleaching products out there in the market. But what this does, it helps to protect the scalp against irritation. So if you think about it in the beauty industry, when they use it for skincare, Seaweed is used in skincare masks, sometimes in moisturizers. And what that does, it helps to calm the skin down, reduce any redness or inflammation, and it's going to do the same in our lightener. So those that are doing what we call a double process on the scalp, we recommend, well, if it's on the scalp, it'll help to alleviate some of that irritation. What I was going to say is that we recommend using our 10 or 20 volume if you are doing something like that. But 9 times out of 10, we say people are going to go after the 10 for that.
Yeah, it's
Correct?
got a lot of lift even in the 10, which I feel like industry standard is to reach for the 20, but we jokingly say 10's the new 20. So definitely reach for your 10. We're going to touch really quickly on the color remover because of what's coming in April. So we want to make sure that we're also highlighting this as a resource. Our color remover is fantastic. It's super gentle. It removes quickly. All of our call outs regarding, vegan, gluten-free, no animal testing, paraben-free. But the cool thing is that it's translucent. So you can see that shade shift happen as it's removing that semi-color out. Has aloe, it has argan oil, and it also has jojoba. So really hydrating, which typically we don't see in color removers. The hair usually feels a little bit dry. We don't say do a process over top of it. But the cool thing about our color remover is because it's keeping in mind the health of the hair throughout the entire process, is that you can go in with lightener after. You can go in and double process and do another packet of the color remover if you need a little extra help. But it's really effective and it's utilized with a 5 or a 10 volume. Some key kind of call outs for you as you're educating stylists that are coming in is 10 is meant for those kind of lighter pastels. Things are going to pop really quickly out, those neons. And then a 5 is going to be used for jewel tones because you want to use a lower volume because it helps pull it out versus driving it deeper in. So some tips and tricks there, but we wanted to call it out because we're really excited for what's next. This is just a quick refresher on what it's capable of. I mean, that's insane. I love seeing this picture because that is some neon hair transitioned over to more of a pastel, which is pretty cool. Jill, kick it over to you for education.
Yes. So 2024, education is key for us. It is at the front of our mind. We're getting more and more education out there. We're working with fabulous artists throughout the country to help support education. So as you'll see, this is broken up into 2 different segments. So at the top, you have 2024 brand education. So this is hosted by the brand. We've worked with artists. This is set up. So you'll see that we have 4 remaining classes throughout this month. One actually just took place yesterday. So encourage you to go and follow that salon. They still have stories up, which were really cool. And then 2024 indie classes. So this is when we support an artist that wants to host education in their salon typically, or in their studio. And they create this class on their own. We help them promote it by listing it on our website, as well as supporting them with color, things like that. But these are great things. You can see that we put the artist Instagram handle on there. So we encourage you to follow them as well and see some of the amazing work that they do with the Danger Jones portfolio.
Yeah. Next is upcoming shows. We just want to call this out because we're doing some cool things this year. And if you're in the areas where these are taking place, you're always welcome to come hang out with us. But we've got Premiere Orlando happening in June. We're participating in BarberCon, which is really exciting, happening in August, and then Premiere San Antonio. We'll always keep you guys up to date with what shows we're going to be participating in. So if we are in your area, you are always welcome at the Danger Jones booth. And then David and Alexis are going to be hitting the road come late spring, early summer, which is pretty exciting. But now for the absolute most exciting thing ever.
Yes.
Our bootleg series, volume 2 of our semi. So we are launching a couple new shades. I'll let Jill take over. We're going to show you a couple videos really quick too, but we're launching April 1st, which actually most of you probably have seen it coming in store already. I know Jill and myself, when we go in and visit, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's here already. But this is our first global launch that's happening in all 26, officially 26 countries as of last week, for the first time. So usually we stagger it, but this one is happening all at once. So let's take check a couple of the sizzle reels. I'm so excited, Jill.
So excited about these shades as well. You'll start seeing them more and more on our social media. These videos have been shown on our social media platforms as well. But we're really excited about these. These are your 3 new shades. So you have Cyclone, which is your true silver shade. Really, really beautiful. And the fade out, we've been seeing pictures of our model that was in the first sizzle reel, and the fade out is amazing as well. So super impressed with that. We also have Burlesque, which is more of our mauve color. So kind of like a dusty purple is like what I like to call it. And then the rose gold. I feel like a lot of people were so excited about the rose gold. I think it's the time of year. I think we see lighter hair. It is a true rose gold, really, really pretty. As always, these shades can be intermixed within the semi line, so you can customize and create anything for your clients. And sticking to what we've done with the semi portfolio as well, these are created, the imagery is created from artists around the world. And as you can see, we still do not have any kind of logo. It's all about the artwork, which is really exciting. And just like all of our other semi lines, that shade chart is also on the back. So keeping with that as well.
Awesome. And then now we are officially at 24 shades in our semi line. You'll see where they nested really perfectly into the color. We're also updating our color wheel, which is a huge resource. I think stylists love to see it on the back bar because it's telling them exactly where that color is going to lie. But just, I'm so excited to see it extend. I'm really excited about all the 3 new shades. I'm going to have to lighten my hair out a little and put them in there. But this is also going to be uploaded into Athena, so you have access to it, but Jill and I can always message it to you directly. And this is an added resource to our stylist. As a reminder, 3 easy steps to get our semis in, but we want to re-emphasize it because it's really important, right? Semis are not all created the same anymore. And ours is a true semi where it lives on the surface. So for application is clean, dry hair. And when we say clean, we say clean, clean. It's a double cleanse process, and then you blow dry. No conditioner, no styling product, which I know makes stylists' teeth feel fuzzy, especially if they're doing high lift services, but clean, dry hair. And then process at room temperature for up to 35 minutes. I say 35 plus because you really want it to allow it to dry down, to encapsulate, to really soak into the hair. You do not need to apply heat. And then rinse thoroughly with cool water. No shampoo. The semis are conditioner based, so this is going to be the conditioner that the stylist needs for their service. So no shampoo necessary, just rinse. Things for aftercare, obviously, try to avoid hot water, try to avoid washing for the first 48 hours. Don't go in the pool. If you do, wear a cap or just don't get your hair wet. Prolonged sun exposure, get your favorite hat out. And then obviously frequent shampoos. Let's increase your dry shampoo sales in stores. This is truly the time. But we just wanted to remind those because they're really important to ensure the longevity of the color. And then Jill, I'll kick it back over to you.
Yeah.
Jill's information is also in there, but you can't see it on the screen. So please ignore mine.
No, you are good. So just some additional resources and support that we just like to go ahead and remind everyone of how you can reach us besides reaching out to Lo and I. Just some great alternatives. So we also have our Facebook group, which is considered the Danger Jones Asylum. And what this is a Facebook page for Danger Jones artists, but we encourage you to be part of that as well. It's really great to see before and afters, formulations, questions that come up every so often, troubleshooting. Yes, troubleshooting is key. And it's amazing to see how the artists in this group truly work together and cheer each other on and give each other tips and tricks to, have that end result that they're looking for. We also have the DJ plus BSG Facebook page. So that is only for Cosmoprof team members, both store and street. And this is a great way just to see reminders of maybe what we have going on promotional wise. Lo and I handle that account. If you ever see a post, it's us, so show us some love. But usually we like to put in some reminders of what we have going on for the month, any new things. So this week you'll see the 3 new shades and what they look like, so we can start putting buzz around there. And then of course dangerjonescreative.com. This is a great resource for any stylist that comes in that says, hey, do you have a swatch chart, or where can I find education, all of those things. You can go right to the dangerjonescreative.com website, and we house all of our digital swatch pages there for both our semi and our gloss toners as well, along with lists of FAQs for everything and all of our portfolios. And then of course, Lo has a shirt on today, but that's where you can find Danger Jones fashion as well, because we get that question all the time.
Yeah.
So everything is right there at dangerjonescreative.com.
Yes.
Yes.
And our shameless plug, make sure you guys are following us on social. We're also on TikTok. Head over to TikTok. You're going to see some really cool behind the scenes content. And then we also are working with Courtney and Kathy to make sure that you all have social assets available, because we know that social media is a part of your day to day as you're in stores. So just know that you also have resources for anything that we post. You all can post as well. But shameless plug there for our social. And then if you want to follow Jill on social media, she's Jilly from Philly,
Yes.
which I love so much. But this actually concludes our time. This wraps up our segment. We are so excited that we got to spend this time with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Jill, if you want to have any final remarks for this video.
We appreciate the support. We're coming up on our 1-year birthday. We can't believe it.
I know.
It's been an awesome, fun, wild ride for the first year, and we're just so excited to strengthen the relationships that we have with our Cosmoprof partners to make year 2 even better.
Yes.
So thanks for all the support.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.